It's about 2 months now since academic activities in polytechnics across the country grounded to a halt as both lecturers and non-academic staff down tool in protest over better condition of service and funding for polytechnics. So far, nothing has changed on the ground, even though the unions and the government are locked in talks.
Initially, the government was a bit complacent, but between the last 2 weeks and now, there's been some improvement. The General Executive Council of SANIP, that's our own union, had a meeting in Abuja to take an appraisal of the situation, and we resolved that the strike should continue until government shows some commitment in terms of meeting the demands of the union. We left Abuja on Wednesday, that was the 20th of June, and that day the national leadership of the union was invited to a meeting with the Executive Secretary of MBTE. That meeting, from what I heard, was fruitful, and the Executive Secretary gave assurance of what they are doing, and the fact that some of the things that we needed were being looked into. Specifically, he said that the circular on Contest 15 will be released any moment from now. As a matter of fact, he said this week. After that meeting with the Executive Secretary, the national leadership also had meeting with the chairman of all the governing councils of all the polytechnics in the country, and they also gave assurance that they are fully in support of our struggle, and they swung into action by making sure that they had a meeting with Aso Rock over that issue. And what we are looking at now is that once we hear from the government, they make their presentation known, we will now take a decision. The national leadership will take a decision on whether to suspend the strike or the next line of action will be taken.
While the unions wait for that government presentation, the strike continues to bite hard. In Yaba College of Technology, classrooms are empty. Students who come around hoping to hear some good news while away time, either sleeping in the classroom or sitting in groups and waiting for the announcement of the suspension of the strike.
It's not a good thing. It's been so bad. As in, we're on strike. The federal government is not responding. As in, it's like they've taken us to be like higher standard secondary school. As in, it's like the school, the Polytechnic is not in their own agenda.
You're really feeling bad though, because the whole academic calendar is being tarnished, and the whole students have been at home for like 2 months. Most of them now have started working safe. So we just like want the government to look into the case and try and implement the policy or the whatever being involved, so that we can just get back to school.
Students are supposed to be in session. Because of the strike, they are not there. And that is why we are asking government, calling on well-meaning individuals to pressurize the government to do what it's supposed to do, so that these students don't keep waiting endlessly. If the students are not able to make the service next time, it's going to be next year again. So it is not too good for the system. It is not good for the society at large.
Indeed, not good for the society at large, and the more reason why this crisis should be resolved speedily.